It's a Monday video being made on Saturday! Hey everyone, hi Sofia. Great question about free will. I have made something of a video on this subject, which I will link in the description, that I have made on my personal channel a few months ago. Which I sort of go into detail, and I spent a lot of time on that doing animations and stuff, so sort of better quality than this video. But anyway, to sort of respond specifically to your questions, Sophia, the first one, how do we make decisions? I'm actually going to be reading a book on this soon. You'd probably really like it. It's called Your Brain is Almost Perfect, and like the subtitle or whatever is How We Make Decisions. And I don't have it with me now because I'm making this video at my parents' house. I'm visiting them this weekend, but I'll pull it up on the screen now so that you can see it, and yeah, you'll know what it is. How do we make decisions? I think that's very, very interesting, and that's why I got that book. But my suspicion is that we have all of these values that we assign to things. Like, we have our core values, which are essentially derived from like happiness and things. Like, we have, happiness and success, and how other people are feeling, especially people close to us and stuff like that. Really sort of our core values. But we also have values that we assign to other things which are based on those values, so that when we go to make a decision, we don't have to cascade through all the different things in order to work out how that affects our core values. I need an example. Say, I'm just going to use the eating something thing. Okay, but say, what is the value of an apple to me? Okay, I have values about my health. I like to be healthy, so that's a value. And I have an understanding of how healthy it is for me to eat an apple. And so an apple gets a positive value because of it affecting that sort of more core value of being healthy. It also gets value because I actually like the taste of it, so that's sort of direct sort of happiness. I mean, I don't know, whatever, taste, pleasure, happiness sort of thing. And so rather than me looking at the apple and thinking, this is going to be healthy for me and it's going to taste good, I just think apple is good. I've already worked out an apple is good. But that'll also depend on, the certain conditions. I don't know, I think sort of your taste buds just, are active at different times. I'm not sure how it works, but you feel like having an apple at some times and sometimes not. Also, like how long it's been since you've eaten a piece of fruit. You think you should be eating a piece of fruit because it's something that you need to do health-wise and whatnot. In terms of how we influence in terms of what influences our decisions, that's sort of tied into how we make decisions. I mean, everything is sort of made up of different influences, and whichever option we are most influenced to do, that's basically what we do. That's how we make a decision. But however, like more general things, obviously, that influence our decisions is basically our mood, whether we're angry or whether we're impatient, whether we need to get somewhere, like when you're driving, your driving behavior and decisions are influenced by how late you're running. The later you're running, the more willing you're willing to go through a light which is about to turn red. The later you will leave it for it to be acceptable, or not so much acceptable, but you would choose to go through that light. Your threshold gets pushed back further because you're running late, and you're more willing to go through at that later time when there's more and more chance that you're going to be going through a red light. Okay, and finally, obviously, the most sort of interesting and the biggest part of this question, what is free will and do we have it? Now, this is what my video that I was talking about before was answering, and the core part of it was really that determinism and things which determine our decisions, that doesn't negate it being free will. And there's sort of a bit of contention over here because Andrew and I have argued about this extensively and we just don't agree at all, basically. Or did we agree, but we were just talking about something? I don't know, but it's just I try and stay away from that issue because it was crazy. I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, but free will, what is free will? I would say that free will is our ability to make decisions which correspond appropriately to our desires. If it's in line with our desires and basically our core values, then we can call it our decision. If it is the one that we prefer, if it is the decision that we prefer and we get to make that decision, then it's our decision and that's free will. The only way you can sort of violate free will is by restricting what people can do. And, sort of inbuilt in that is sort of implied that, of course, we don't have complete free will because we can't do anything that we want to do. And any restrictions we have put on us is a limitation of free will. Like, I can't fly. That's a restriction of my free will because I can't, it's just something that I can't do regardless of me wanting to do it because that'd be hella fun, but I can't fly. That's not to say I don't have free will, but I have less free will because I can't fly. I hope that answers your questions, and I'm going to end this because I'm taking far too long on my videos lately, so I'll see you later.